I think it's a really cool message for us to be able to like go through this hard thing together and like share it with everyone.
All these weeks together, it kind of just showed me that I'm doing the right things. Like I feel like I'm on the right path.
Hello.
She's back.
Feel good. Yeah, I feel like I looked at the workout and I'm just like, it's another doable workout for me. And I think the fact that a lot of people probably aren't going to finish is good for me because that means that I don't have to finish. It was like 155 snatch on a normal day is very fun and very easy for me. I won't say easy, but very fun weight for me to do. But I haven't touched that in over a year. So I'm glad it's not something that I necessarily have to do right now. But in the moment, if I feel like I'm feeling good, I'll probably like do one or two just to like build some confidence going into quarterfinals. But I think overall, I'm like, okay, I don't have to finish this workout and I can end on a high note and like feel good and not feel like I'm crippled going into quarterfinals, because that's the biggest thing for me is like I do not want to feel crippled whatsoever going into quarterfinals. So yeah.
I am 12 weeks postpartum now. So this workout's kind of like one of those ones, even if I wasn't going through all the things that I'm going through, it would still be pretty difficult given like the strict handstand push-ups. It's kind of something that's actually kept me from moving on in other things in the past. Her name is Rogue. Yes, it has somewhat to do with CrossFit, but not quite all of it. There's also an X-Men character named Rogue, and my husband and I, we do stunts as well. So we thought it was kind of a cool combination, and it also means one that paves their own path, their own way. Whatever she wants to do with her life, she's gonna have a pretty cool name to start it off with.
Gosh, that's so cute.
Huh.
Hayley is my superhero. I just can't believe that she's doing what she's doing 11 weeks postpartum. Like, it's really, if you think about, like, just have a bird's eye perspective of what she's doing 11 weeks after having a baby, I'm like, how are you doing this? Like, how? It's really insane. I applaud her for all the things that she's doing, and you know, she's probably going to make it into the top 10%. So it's just like insane to think that there isn't a lot of people that can do what she's doing. So I'm just beyond proud of her, and I'm just excited that she's like putting herself in this position of being super vulnerable, because it's kind of like me in the sense of like, okay, we haven't done a lot of things leading up to the Open, and there's a lot of things that we haven't touched and exercises we haven't done, and it's really scary to be like, okay, there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of unknown, but we're willing to just put ourselves out there and see what happens. So it's cool that we're on that journey together. And like her positivity too, like obviously everyone's got their good and bad days, like no one's immune to that, but just like her spirit, her and Josh's spirit, just about just life and just the positivity that they bring into my life and Randy's life, it's just cool to be around. Like, it's good to be around, and there's not a lot of people that do that in your life. And so I'm just trying to soak it up as much as possible of like all the positivity that she brings. And I don't even know if she knows that she does that to me, but she definitely brings a lot of that into my life. So.
So I've done all of the workouts with Bethany. I actually competed at West Coast Classic with her. And I mean, she didn't just win, she dominated. She made it to the games, obviously winning. And then when she got there, she tested positive for COVID. And so that whole season basically kind of got taken away from her. And then she's now coming off of an injury, right? And so she's now 2 years out from the last games. And it's really hard to come back with that much time going by, right? And what I think she's doing a really great job of is just kind of staying in her own lane. She's got a new coach. Hold on, I'm talking. She's got a new coach. She's training. She's got a good environment. Like Josh and I are showing up all the time to support her. And I think with her, she's got something special. Like she's probably one of the best movers I've ever seen in the sport of CrossFit, you know? And I think in order to like podium and to make it year after year, you have to be a really good mover. And I know she's not putting up these insane scores right now. And it's not because she can't, it's because she's playing it safe, because she knows that like quarterfinals, semifinals, that's more important, right? Like she's gonna make the 10%. I think it's been really, really cool to just kind of have this little like dynamic going. You know, we're kind of going through something similar. She's taking my train of thought. But yeah, I think it's really important to support people in the sport because you're going to be an athlete, you're going to go to the games, and then what do you do when it's done, right? Like I think building relationships and all that stuff is so much more important while you're going through it, because if you go your whole career and you haven't done that, you've missed out on like what CrossFit really is. So I think like just having this like small group come together and just like genuinely be supportive is like so special. But anyway, she's crushing it and I'm excited to see what's coming, you know.
I surprised myself, I think, a little bit. I knew I wanted to get to like the 155-pound bar and probably like stop there just because I didn't need to do the weight. The quickness that I got to the bar, I was like, oh, okay, this is good. Everything that we're doing is kind of just falling into place. Like, obviously, there's a lot of things that I haven't been able to do these last couple of months, even leading up to the Open. So it's always scary kind of going into anything like that of like, okay, I don't know how things are going to go. But, well, I think all the weeks, but especially this week, it was like a showcase of like, okay, you know, even though you can't do everything, what you are doing is enough for right now. And so I was just like, okay, just another week of being proud of what I did. So I was really happy with that. That was kind of like my goal going into the Open. I was like, okay, you need to go 70%, because if you try to go 100%, then you're probably going to be debilitated for the rest of the week leading up to the next week. And you're not going to get any training in because you're just going to try to be recovering from pain. And so that was my goal. And I felt like I was able to stick to that. Yes, I did touch the 155-pound bar. I did stroke my ego a little bit, but I felt fine. And that was like my goal too. I was like, if the 125 feels good, then you can touch the bar, but no need to finish the workout. So I just did 2 reps, and then I was like, okay, I checked the box knowing that I can do it, but I feel like if I did all 6, then my back would probably not be in a great spot. And I'm probably going to be a little tight tomorrow and maybe some pain tomorrow, but I think overall I made the right decision. So, and I think I did that for each workout throughout the last 3 weeks, is like I made the right decision for myself where I'm at. And for that, I'm like really proud of myself.
Yeah, so the Open this year, it kind of went how I thought it was going to go. I love that the first workout was a repeat from a very long time ago. So that was a really cool way to kick it off, because I got 10 more ring muscle ups than I did back in the day. So that was really cool. And then last week and this week, it was, you know, I gave my full effort, and I think that is really all you can ask for. I feel like there is a little comparison going on. If I'm being 100% transparent, not like anyone specifically, just like in general, of kind of like where I'm at, you know, and that's okay. I'm taking a lot of tests that I have not been studying for, right? And so I'm giving my full effort. I'm doing what I can do. So I'm proud of that. I'm at where I'm at. I'm mature enough to recognize that, like, I'm upset that I'm losing, but I'm also like super fortunate, and I'm lucky enough to have her, and she's like way better than any CrossFit workout. So I don't know. Yeah, it's a win-win, right? CrossFit related, I'm kind of up in the air. You know, I'm going to keep working out. I'm going to keep training because that's what I love to do. You know, sometimes that means like you just work hard when no one's watching, right? And then maybe next year I'm back where I'm usually at.
I think you did what was best for you.
Yeah.
Like you said from the beginning that you wanted to put yourself in a position that was uncomfortable, and you did that.
Yeah.
Super uncomfortable.
Super uncomfortable.
And it's like everyone's postpartum journey is completely different.
The outcome may not be exactly what she wants, but there is good that comes from it. For example, like we're hanging out a lot more, like it's a great relationship we're all fostering here, and I don't know if that would have been the case if everybody was healthy and everybody was, on their expected trajectory. So this has been a really huge blessing, and I'm actually really happy with the way things turned out. So it's gonna be, I'm really excited to watch both these girls keep going, especially Bethany. Just like, it's gonna be a fun season. So
I think just the mindset has shifted for her, like her approach to kind of learning when to pull back a little bit, and learning like she's kind of gotten a feel for her low back and how her body responds to things. So just being able to be smarter about backing off at the right time, and knowing that she doesn't have to go hard every single day to keep up. She's got a good enough base up to this point, like through her career of training, to be able to kind of take a few steps back, give herself some time, and then turn it on when she needs to.
I'm just looking forward to continuing to do what I'm doing and see what happens. I think no matter what, like what I'm doing is setting me up for success, not just in the gym, not just on the competition floor, but just in life. Well, I had a choice. I could either continue to do what I'm doing and then probably be burnt out and not be doing this right now, or decide to go a completely different route and just kind of put myself out there and see what happens and put myself in a really vulnerable spot. And I'm just excited to see what the outcome is this year, whether that's games podium or it stops at quarterfinals. I don't know. There's a lot of uncertainty, but I feel very certain about what I'm doing and the path I'm taking. So I'm just excited to see it unfold and just to continue to grow, like as a person. And then I think that seeps into being an athlete too. But I think it starts from within and outside the gym.
I can't think of too many other athletes that have had to really pull it back and also been successful, and so far it's going really well, knock on wood, all that stuff. But yeah, I think it'll be something that a lot of camps are gonna look back at and be like, how was Bethany able to do that? So I think you're taking a really good approach.